Giovanni and all the leaders return with new lineups here. It's going to be for the Psychic Spectacular Takeover, I believe is the name of it. Just keep in mind, you don't get the special research until September 16th at 10 a.m. your local time. But if you have a Super Rocket radar, just from anything previous, that is how you encounter Giovanni, and his legendary will switch as of midnight. So it doesn't wait for the events like local time to start, right? That would be 10 a.m. Whereas if you encounter him, I think it's just in the balloon in this case. I don't recall if it's the Pokestops until 10 a.m. You know, like there's little discrepancies there. But yeah, we have Persian with Scratch. So for anybody that's new to this channel, we mention it every single time we go up against Giovanni, is that the Persian fight will go very differently based on if it has Scratch or if it has Feint Attack. So Feint Attack usually the easier for most people. You know, you can use a lot of your fighting type Pokemon, but Scratch is a normal type attack that doesn't seem super devastating, but it does come at you just kind of fast and ferociously. You see that we actually double resisted or whatever. We just kind of have major resistance with this Galarian Stunfisk. It does have to be the Galarian one, but it's still, I mean, this Persian's still doing a lot of damage, and so the main thing I would say is just to try to stop it in its tracks. And so that's why a Galarian Stunfisk with Mud Shot and Muddy Water is one of your options. If you have like a Giratina, especially Giratina altered form, I like to use if you're using like a legendary, just give it that full dragon moveset and you can usually be good. We're going to actually intentionally lose the Stunfisk right here, even though we have a switch, and this is why. So we're going to teach you something. We'll put the tips on screen, but Jumpluff comes in. We're going to get 2 attacks in and then switch out to our Sandslash, who we do intend to have in right now. Sandslash does have the resistance being steel type, and we're going to go ahead and shield right here. We knew that that had to be coming just because there were so many attacks before this, right? Enough attacks to bring down a Galarian Stunfisk. I should keep in mind and tell you guys the other thing is that we always fight Giovanni below 1500 CP. It's like 9.3 videos out of 10 on this channel, you know, so that will help people hopefully who need like a budget team or maybe more beginner level people. But okay, the thing we were trying to teach is on every single time that you switch a Pokemon, or if Giovanni does, any Team Go Rocket actually, switching could be manually switching or fainting, but also after every charge move, we get what is called stun time, or like the stagnation period where Team Go Rocket's actually gonna stand still. So you're gonna see we just did an Ice Punch with our Alolan Sandslash. You saw that Rhyperior didn't just attack us immediately after that, right? And so then we send in Jumpluff, and again, because it's a switch, then we get even more stun time right after that. So like we got to attack, and then we got to switch. And so going up against Rhyperior, you typically want to use water or grass just because it's going to do 256% on the super effective. Rhyperior is rock and ground type, that's its typings, and so those are both vulnerable. They're both weak to grass or water. The good thing about grass a lot of the time is you will have a pretty major resistance whether Rhyperior is using Smackdown, which is a rock type attack, or in this case, this one's using Mud Slap. So Jumpluff only works, I would say, exclusively to Mud Slap for the most part. You can see actually this Jumpluff isn't even at the full 1500, right? It's not even super close. I mean, 1399. But the reason we get the major resistance, right, is because grass resists ground, but also it's part flying, so flying resists ground, right? So I miscalculated right here. I actually wanted to just barely get it to where we would KO it in like 1 hit or 2 hits because we want to generate energy for our next Pokemon that we have to deal with, which is Tornadus. Tornadus. And so we don't really intend Jumpluff to be the main Pokemon that goes against Tornadus, but hey, why not? While we have just some energy and whatnot from chaining these attacks, you know, getting energy, using that stun time. Like you see when Tornadus here is in the stun time and they're not attacking you, with any of these Team Go Rocket fights, you can really just get in those free hits, you know? If you have the energy to fire off a charge move, don't do it yet until they're about to attack you during these stagnation periods, right? So like, I just got in 3 aerial aces. Isn't this the 3rd one? And so we will probably switch out now to Alolan Sandslash. We'll definitely deal with this much better, but look, we already got Tornadus down like halfway, so this is only going to take probably about 2 charge attacks, I would say. But hey, we'll see coming up. So yeah, let's get that Ice Punch. We already had some energy generated from like Sandslash fighting previously right here, and I guess I didn't mention it right at the top of this video. Maybe I should have, but what's funny is that Jumpluff actually can almost do the job at my levels. Like this account is my dad's account. May he rest in peace, unfortunately. But yeah, I still have his account, of course, to remember him well. But yeah, he's level 42, and so Team Go Rocket will be higher CP the higher level you are. So it like scales up and down, meaning, hey, if you're lower out there, if you're watching this and you're below level 42, that means you'll actually fight lower CP amounts than I'm fighting. So like that would be good, right? Because you could theoretically just power your Pokemon up to as close to 3,000, 4,000 CP, you know, and you could, I guess, again, it's theoretically you could do better than I could. Now, you always want to make sure to address the fight based on whatever he's throwing at you, right? Like you wouldn't send, again, a Jumpluff against a Rhyperior that had Smackdown. It's only really for the Mud Slap. But again, if you're kind of using mainly your grass types, most of the time your water types, if they have some resistance, hopefully, you should be good on a Rhyperior in the middle spot. But Giovanni can throw a lot of different scenarios at you, so please get ready to see some other videos. We will have those built out in the coming days. And thanks for viewing.